Hey guys, and welcome back. Today's video is very different from those I already recorded because I've never talked about this topic before. But some of you asked me on Instagram what books I read, so I decided to record this video and show you my reading list in August. So August was really busy as I was working on building my reading habit, and I was reading for at least 30 minutes every day. And as a result, I finished 4 books. They were The Happiness Project by Gretchen Rubin, The Miracle Morning by Hal Elrod, Screw It, Let's Do It by Richard Branson, and This Year I Will by MJ Ryan. I normally read on my Kindle, but I sometimes buy paperback books too, and you can see some of them at the background. And among these 4, I have one paperback, which is The Happiness Project. So first, I want to start with the books that I didn't really like a lot. So The Happiness Project and Screw It, Let's Do It didn't really impress me. Before reading them, I heard lots of positive feedback and reviews, but once I started reading them, I wasn't really interested. For example, I really looked forward to reading Screw It, Let's Do It, as we all know that Richard Branson is a really successful businessman. So I thought that I'd find some valuable tips or maybe advice in his book. Even though he gives you some tips on how to reach your goals and become successful, they are more about his experience and some lessons that life has taught him. So I didn't really find them practical. It was interesting to read about his life and some difficulties he faced and how he dealt with them, but I personally prefer more actionable tips. So in a nutshell, this book throws some light on his eccentric nature, on his life and career, but if you are looking to find a detailed step-by-step guide, then probably this book isn't for you. As for The Happiness Project, I bought it in 2018 and I started reading it back then, but then I stopped because I found it too boring. Then in August I decided to give it a try again as I started fighting my burnout, and I thought that it would help me to become happier. And I finished the book, but I didn't really like it and I was bored at times. I mean, her experience was interesting, but most of her goals didn't resonate with me. But anyway, the good thing is that this book gave me a lot to think about. But I would definitely recommend The Miracle Morning and This Year I Will. So I read The Miracle Morning a few years ago, but I didn't really do anything written there. So this year I decided to reread it and finally take some action. First, let me give you a quick heads up on what it's about. So as Hal says, helping you to become the person you need to be to create everything you have ever wanted in your life. There are no limits. And it sounds pretty good, and I always wanted to believe that this is true, and I tried hard, but there was always a little whisper in my head telling me that I'm not good enough, that I'm not capable of success, and so on. But after reading this book, I do believe that it's possible because it opened my eyes on a lot of things, and now I know that I can become a person I want to be. And this book is great because the author is giving you the right tools to become a person you want to. And even though I haven't tried using them all, and I adapted some of them to meet my personal needs, I still think that his tips are useful and actionable. And well, I'm going to challenge myself and practice everything he's talking about next month when I start my new challenge. So stay tuned to see what I'm going to do and the results I'll get. And the last but not least is This Year I Will. This is a great book to learn how to start that self-improvement journey. It gives you a great set of tools to work on changing your life and becoming a better person. What I really liked is that the author gives you various strategies to help you become a person you want to, and it's up to you to find what really works for you according to your motivation, your needs, and desires. And she also teaches how to identify what you really want, how to make it specific and measurable, and how to make better choices to achieve your goal. So if you are really ready to make lasting changes, then this is a great guide. By the way, if you read these books and you have a different opinion, then please leave it in the comments below so we can all read what you think of them. And by the way, in August I also started one amazing book that I'm still reading because I'm reading it really slowly, thinking about every idea I read and trying to implement some of them in my life. And I'm sure I'll finish it in September and then I'll tell you all about it. So do not miss my videos and stay tuned to it. So well, thank you for watching this video. I hope you liked it. Read more and see you next week. Bye!